Morning, all of you guys. Hope all of you can hear me. Anyone, guys, can you please confirm is I'm audible?
Yes, audible.
Is it clear or getting any disturbance or anything, echo or anything? Is it clear or is it everything is clear?
Yes, clear.
Clear. Okay, right. Right. So yeah, good morning, all of you guys. This is Vamsi here. So on behalf of DURGASOFT Technologies, I was a senior data science trainer. I will be training. My main the role is as a trainer itself. So both corporate levels as well as academic levels, the people who are going to be like these kind of training institutes, consultants. I will be delivering a different types of trainings at different levels, both data engineering and which is going to be the data science related technologies. So just it is going to be a simple introduction regarding myself. And let me just before starting the session, I just want to like a quick, just I don't want to spend more time. Can you even I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 participants are there. So just you can quickly just can you introduce yourself? Like just like what is your name? If you would like to say like from where you are, basically from where you are located. And apart from that, if you are having any working experience, so like what work experience is there, and apart from that, why you're looking for the data science course. The thing I want to know is like why you are looking for this data science course. Whether you learn from me or whether you learn from some X does not matter, but why you are looking for this particular data science course, or what is the reason, or what is the main interest, like why you joined for this particular today's session. Quickly, anyone from your side, guys? Yeah. If for all of you, I think the voice is clear. Somebody is saying that voice is not clear. Can you again confirm it, guys? Is it clear? Voice is clear? Because somebody is saying that the voice is not clear actually. Yeah, guys, can you please confirm it? Is it clear?
Yes, clear.
Clear. Okay, thank you. Just let me confirm. Right. Yeah. Anyone, guys, can you please introduce yourself? So it's not like like it's not like an video training, right? So just I'm giving that delivered lecture, you are just sitting there. It's not like a movie, so it's like some kind of an interaction must be there, or at least one or two of you can introduce yourself.
My name is Pawan Kumar. Presently, I'm working as a software engineer in Hyderabad. I have
Okay.
2.5 years of experience in Python.
Mhm.
I have planning to go data science side. Nowadays, they're using Python for data science, machine learning, all the things.
So if you don't mind, which company you're working?
OCJA Senior to Technologies.
Okay. So basically located in Hyderabad itself.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Pavan. All right. Any others, guys? Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hello,
Yeah,
Poonam
Punam.
here.
Right. Yeah, Punam. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I just rejoined back and it's
Mm-hmm.
working fine for me now.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Okay. Good.
Actually, I have taken admission for MS in computer science in
Mm-hmm.
the USA, and
Mm-hmm.
there I have subjects in data science. That's why I
Oh,
have joined this.
that's what. Okay, fine, fine. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Punam. Right. Any others, guys? I think two Pavan Kumars. Is it two Pavan Kumars are there? Pavan Kumar Katakam and Pavan Kumar Kakarla. Right. I think one more Pavan Kumar is there. Right, guys. Okay. Fine. Let me share my screen so that I can just deliver some this one. Okay. Just let me stop the video also, guys, because it will disturb a lot for you. So let me just stop the video also. Right. So today's basically it's a free workshop basically, guys. It's like a free workshop. Uh, our main agenda for this workshop is very simple, guys. The main agenda for this workshop is a very simple is you some guys, that means along with some other, you have been joined in this particular session. The reasons are going to be multiple, like you are looking for a training, or some people may be trying to find out like what exactly data science, why people are talking about this data science. Even myself also, at the time when I started, when I have a plan to learn data science, I used to attend a lot of demo sessions, I used to lot of videos. It's hardly 6 years back, so at that time that much resources are not available also at that time. We used to join even at that time, in around 2017 you can say. Even at that time, even this data science was not that much popular. And apart from that, we have a very limited resources at that time. That's why we used to join various demo sessions to understand like why people are talking about data science. So you guys also, maybe some of you are saying that you want to change, shift your, you want to change from your current domain to the data science related domains, or some people as part of their academic they are learning, or some kind of a jobs like a job searchers, like a freshers who are the job seekers. So you may have a different ideas or different reasons to join this particular session. So our target is it's very simple, guys. So we just want to make you understand like what is data science, why people are talking about the data science, so what the clients are expecting from these data science people. Really, if you want to learn, so many opinions, there are so many thinkings about this, about the data science, different opinions about the data science. Like somebody says that you should be very familiar with the maths, or some people says that it should be maths and stats is required. So something like that, a different you are having a different plans. So let me give a clear understanding about like what exactly the data science is there. So just again, already have given some introduction regarding myself. Just let me tell you about a few, just a 2 minutes. I just don't want to spend more time. I just want to tell you about my experience and all these things also I want to tell you. So almost all I'm having around 19 plus years of experience, closer to 20 years of experience, both in the training, development, support, and all the different areas. So I was into the development, we are into the support. So I worked for a company called as an Optum, for the capability development, which is going to be related to training and support is going to be required. Apart from the development part also, I have been got work. And my complete specialization of 20 years is data. So that is one of the advantage you can take from me. Why? Because some people maybe they have been transformed from Java programmers to data science, or it may be some other technologies to the data science. But my 20 years of experience is on the completely related to the data. Every day I look into the data. Every day my work is to look into the data. So like database management, analysis, reporting, these are all my complete business intelligence, database administration, big data systems, data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, deep learning. All these are going to be one of my, mainly my skills actually, guys. So expertise in database management or data management, BI technologies, the big data technologies, data science, machine learning, deep learning, and AI related. And also I have been done one certification program on in IIIT Hyderabad, on a advanced certification on AI and ML from IIIT Hyderabad. So these are my technical skills, and this is about my experience regarding myself actually, guys. Okay, fine. So today our main point of discussions actually, guys, like what is data science? The first point is what is data science actually? Nowadays, everybody were very familiar with the data science actually, guys. Okay, nowadays everybody came to know about that. What is data science? It's an earlier some years before. What is data science means different statements, different definitions. But now it is not like that. They have been over the time period. They keep on adding something. They're not changing the definition, but they are keep on adding something to the what is data science mean to say that. So the people who works on the data science, generally we call them as a data scientist. So who exactly a data scientist? What kind of a skills that are going to be gets required? Okay, so who is a data scientist and who can be a data scientist? So who is data scientist? If you want to become a data scientist, what kind of skills that are required? So what exactly the modern data scientist is required, and how the data science workflow will be there, and industry usage of data science, and what are the different technologies that are going to be used as part of the data science. So hardly the time is 10:20 guys, 40-45 minutes we'll be having the lecture actually guys. Just a hardly everything I'll going to use that presentations only. I don't use any practicals also. I'm not going to be using. Okay. So let us start with what is data science. So by this time, I think you guys already has been aware about, you already studied, because I don't think so. This is your first data science demo or first lecture on the data science. You may be watching a different videos. You may be attended a multiple demos from various institutes, etc. So obviously nowadays, everybody is attending actually guys. So you're looking for multiple options. So wherever it is feasible for your timing, as part of your fee, as well as mainly the main concern is going to be who is going to be teaches the best, like which lectures are going to be good. We'll choose that particular options, isn't it? So let us start with what is going to be data science actually guys. So don't look at that means looking at the picture immediately, don't worry about that. The picture is going to be containing a lot of options we are going to be having. Nothing is there actually guys. Once if you see the guys, if you have any questions, feel free to discuss guys, any technical questions. So I was very good in technology, even having a higher experience. So any sort of questions may be related or may not be related to the data science. If you have any questions, you can just ask me. If I can answer, if it is related to data science, 100% I'll answer it. If it is outside the data science, maybe as part of my 20 years of experience, I know everything. I may not be an expertise in Java, but I know about the Java. I may not be experienced in .NET, but I know how to work at least some basics of .NET, like HTML, CSS, JavaScripting. Uh, they are not my subjects, but as part of my experience, I work a little bit about those particular concepts. Okay. So if you see that by definition of what is data science is going to be not a language. The first thing is data science is not a language. It is not a software. It is not a tool to learn. Okay. Simply don't think that it is a language, some language will be there. A data science language will be there. We are going to learn. It's not about a language. It is not about a tool. It's like a tool, like some other tool is going to be there. Just you can install the software and you can just run with the software. It's not a tool also actually guys. Then what it is going to be? So data science is going to be nothing but, we can say that it is going to be an interdisciplinary field. It is going to be an interdisciplinary field. Why it is called as an interdisciplinary field? Why? Because we are going to work with multiple techniques. We are going to work with them. We are mainly learning about the various techniques we are going to learn. We are going to be using a different methodologies we are going to be using. So it's not about technology. It is all about techniques only guys. So maybe some kind of scientific methods we are going to be using. So we can see there, it is going to be some kind of scientific methods we can use. We are going to be using a different types of methodologies we are going to be using. The various processing operations we are going to be using. And not only that, we are going to be using a different type of systems we are going to be using. Finally, all these are for what purpose? Finally, all these purpose is a very simple purpose. There is some data, getting some insights from the data is our main target is guys. What is data science main target is? Data science target is going to be very simple actually guys. So the data science target is going to be nothing but, so I'm using a pen tablet actually. I told technology wise also I will be using a lot of things actually guys. I use as pen tablets. I'm going to be using so many technologies. It's a technology wise also I will be gets upgraded. I'll always use as the latest technologies whichever can help you. I'll use a pen tablet. I don't use a mouse. I don't use a mouse. I have a pen tablet. I'm going to be using a pen tablet from a company called as an Wacom. It's an Wacom. It's an costly. It's not that much costly. It is some around 7,000. It will be costing actually. Very convenient to teach these lectures actually. Right. So what is data science actually, guys? So our main target about data science is nothing but using various different types of techniques, using a different types of whatever the skills. Finally, you have to get the insights from the data. So hope I need not to explain much about what is meaning of an insights. So I expect that you guys has been chosen data science means I don't expect that you are going to be at least if I chosen the data science means obviously at least you are going to be having some knowledge about the technology. Or at least we are having some basic knowledge. I don't expect that it is completely with zero knowledge. You don't choose this data science course actually if you're like a smart enough to learn, smart enough to understand them. So getting some insights from the data. What is meaning of insights from the data? It's very simple. Understanding the data actually. So how this particular data, what is this data? How this data is varying? So for example, let's talk about some sales of a company actually, guys. So the sales of a company throughout the year, it is not the same. Like for example, let us talk about Jan, let us talk about Feb, let us talk about December. So let us say that the sales, let us say sales of a particular product. Like for example, I'm talking about a sales of a particular product of laptops, for example. So what they want to do now? So every year, that means every month the sales will not be the same. For example, let us say that 2000 is the whatever the products we are selling in a particular company by the laptop sales actually. So you hope you understood that. If I draw a straight line, meaning that is every month the sales is the same. But in real time, the sales are not like that. So it is going to be in January, it may be high. In February, it is going to be less. Again, March, it may increases. April, it may further increases. May, it may further increases. Again, after that, again, it will drops. Again, it will may increases. Again, it will increases. Again, it may increases. Again, it will decreases. So you're trying to understand how why these particular changes are happening. So why in the February, why it is going to be low? Or why in the month of August it was low? Why in the month of March and the month of April it is going to be high? So what is the reason for that? So understanding the insights about the data. So why it is changing like that? So why the sales of a particular product is changing? What are the factors that are going to be depending on that? What are the main factors that are going to be depending on that? So we have to identify. So getting that insights from the data is nothing but it is data science. Sir, you are talking about a very simple operation, just understanding what, can't you understand the data like that? So that is a main problem actually, guys, because nowadays the data dependency is not just only based on a single factor. So many other factors are also going to be defining it actually. So many other factors. It is not depending on just only one or two factors only. It is depending on so many other factors. The main problem here is data is going to be a higher dimension data actually, guys. The data is basically in higher dimension. Higher dimension means data is going to be very large, which is going to be the dimensions of data actually. More number of features, more number of dependencies are going to be there. So we know that, for example, let us talk about, for example, let us talk about our Uber or it is going to be the Ola cab. How much is the price? So you know that the price does not depends on only based on the distance, right? It is not only just based on the distance. So how much is my ride price? How much I have to pay for the ride? So it is not only based on the distance. There are so many other factors are there. It is going to be the distance which you travel. Apart from that, what type of a cab you are using or what type of the vehicle you are using. Apart from that, whether it is a peak time or not. Okay, there is going to be some peak time is there. So peak times will be there. If you travel in a peak time, obviously there is going to be higher, which is going to be charges are going to be high actually. And even not only on that, even it also defines the traffic conditions also. So depending on various factors, all these particular points is going to be gets depending on them actually, guys. Just give me a second. Right. It is going to be depending on the various factors. It is going to be depending on that actually, guys, isn't it? So that is going to be, we have to study. That is what it is going to be studying. So distance, how the distance is deciding the price. What is a cab price? So if I take this particular cab type of a cab, how the price is varying. If it is a peak time, how the price is varying. If our traffic conditions are heavy, how the price is going to be varying. So you are trying to understand how that particular value is going to be changing depending on some kind of dependencies. So Simple to say that. While speaking, it looks to be very simple actually, guys. So data science is nothing but, if you see the definition also, is also called as a data-driven science. We also call it as a data-driven science, is an interdisciplinary field about some scientific methods, a different type of processing systems, and the different type of systems we are going to be using to extract some knowledge or insight from the data. The data can be in a different format actually, guys. It is going to be either in a structured format or which is going to be some kind of an unstructured format. It is very similar to something called as a data mining. There is also nothing but what we call it as a data mining actually, guys. Okay, if you have any questions, guys, technical questions, if you have, you can just unmute yourself and you can speak. Okay, now just if you see the cycle, the data science life cycle, if you see, I'm going to show you guys, I'll show you that particular data science life cycle once again clearly. So we can see a different type of stages we are going to be having it actually, guys. So first of all, we have to understand some business. What is your requirement? So ask some relevant questions, and which is going to be define the objective further. What is a problem and need to be gets tackled. So what type of a problem we want? Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yeah.
The difference between structured and structured data.
Structured and unstructured data. Okay. So structured data means, do you have any idea about database systems? Do you have any idea about database systems?
Yeah, relational database.
Yeah, relational databases. So I think you know that in relational databases, everything needs to be stored in the format of something like an rows and a column format, right? Isn't it?
Right.
So everything has to be stored in the format of rows and columns actually. So that is going to be what we are going to call it as an structured data actually. What is meaning of unstructured data means? Sometimes the data is going to be there. For example, let us talk about structured data means something like your business data. Like, for example, we talk about employees details, customers details. You will be having clearly employee ID, employee name, sales, or what is going to be the department he is working. For example, let us talk about your, I think you know about a tweet. So is a tweet is going to be having any standardized structure it will contain? Like only these many words must be there, or only these many characters must be there. Is there any such kind of a standard structures will be there for the tweets?
No, sir, but we can identify some attributes on the tweet, right side, like by whom, word count, something.
That is going to be, I'm not talking about this one, but I'm talking about the tweet, like how the tweet is going to be, how the tweet is going to be taken place actually.
No, well-defined structure is not there, yeah.
It's not there. So that kind of a data is going to be what we call it as a kind of an unstructured data is what we are going to call it as.
Okay.
So it's the simple, which does not have any kind of a structure. It's completely like an unstructured data will come. So like whenever I talk about examples like tweets, for example, reviews, when I talk about the reviews also, the reviews does not have any proper structured format. It is not going to be there. So getting some insights from that kind of a data is going to be what we are going to be doing. Mainly, we have to work with structured and unstructured data. Even we are having some kind of an semi-structured also, we are going to be heard about that. Do you have any idea about semi-structured? Semi-structured means not fully structured or not fully unstructured data are there. Do you have any idea about that?
No, sir.
No. Have you heard about something like an JSON? JSON, XML format. These are going to be not completely structured, not completely unstructured. So there are going to be, they are called as an semi-structured data, what we are going to call it as. Okay.
So what property we look in this JSON and XML to tell that it is semi-structured, like how you can identify? Suppose
It's
yeah,
absolutely. See, data is in XML format. It contains data only, but only thing is how to pull that. So there is going to be some kind of an JSON parsers, XML parsers we have to do, and we have to pull the data. Okay, so
JSON data, structured data can be converted into JSON also, like employee details can be converted.
You can convert it. JSON, you can convert employees data into JSON format. But when you want to convert JSON into structured format, it's not going to be that much easy. We have to require some kind of a different type of JSON parsers are going to be required.
So it's like all JSON cannot be converted into structure.
Cannot be converted into structure.
Okay.
Okay, all JSONs cannot be converted because some may be parsed. That means some, if it is in proper structured what the JSON standard defines, you can work with them. Otherwise, you cannot convert into structured format.
Okay,
So
sir.
getting that kind of an insight from that kind of a data only. So 80% of the real data is, as of now, is in unstructured format only. So only
Okay.
20% of data is going to be structured. If it is really structured data, normally you can work with the like a database systems, we can use it. Using database systems, we can handle. Why this, all these extra systems nowadays, all these additional advanced systems has came, because is mainly the problem is nothing but in real applications, the data is going to be very unstructured format. The reason is also there. These people want to store a lot of data, some huge volumes of data. If I try to store it in the structured format, they cannot handle that. They cannot handle in a structured format. Structured databases will have some limitation. That's why what they are doing is they are just putting the data in an unstructured format itself.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and they are putting all this burden on the data engineers and all these things. What the clients will do is, so if I want to maintain the data in a structured format, means he says that that is going to be a big headache for me. Performance wise, there are not that much preferable. So clients are saying that we'll put everything in the data in an just an unstructured format. You have to even see, even that employees data also, if I store the data like this, for example, 1001, name is ABCD, it is something like salary 2500, department number of 10. This is a structured format, line by line, 1002 XYZ. If I store like this, it is fine. But what the companies will do is they will store all the data like this, simple. They don't want to put that commas and all these things. They don't want to put it actually. So this is going to be what the data, the complete, all the employees data has been stored like this actually. So how do you know that, like where we have to split the data, or where exactly what is the data represents that? It's an unstructured format. It is, they're not structured format. So handling that kind of an unstructured formats only is what the data mining people is going to do.
Got it. Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
fine. Right guys, fine. Let us go back. Yeah. So don't, that means just looking at that particular, the diagram, you cannot, just don't worry about that. So I'm just telling about, that's why I said that actually. So like first we have to understand what is going to be the business needs, what exactly the problem statement is going to be there, understand the requirements, do some kind of a data mining. So gather, and which is going to be scrap that particular data necessary for the project. So we have to, scrapping is nothing but getting, extract, collect all the data actually. So gather, and which is going to be scrap all that particular data that is required to further particular project. So as I told you, data will not be in a proper cleansed format. It is going to be not a tidy data. It is going to be some kind of an untidy data will come, dirty data will come. So we have to identify that kind of a data cleansing operations. So these are all the different methods, a scientific methods or processing techniques we'll call it as. After that, we have to do some kind of a data exploration, like hypothesis testings, all these things we have to do that. After that, perform some kind of a feature engineering. That means if you require some kind of a, derive some kind of a new features, develop some kind of a predictive modelings, and then we have to do some kind of a data visualizations. So almost all this is nothing but a data science life cycle. This cycle will be repeated very frequently. This is only higher level. At lower level also I'll explain that particular how it is going to be gets working. With a complete example I'll show you. Same concept I can repeat it and I'll show you the same example. Okay. Now, who is going to be a data scientist actually, guys? Let me talk about this particular point. Who is a data scientist? So data scientist is nothing but a combination of, I can say that it is a combination of, which is going to be a statistician plus which is going to be a software engineer or a software professional. So what I can say is a statistician or a mathematician and statistician plus a software professional. So generally, you guys remembered the maths. We all of us studied the maths at our school days and college days. Without that, we didn't came here actually, guys. But little bit, it's a little bit. Suddenly, if I ask you what is going to be d by dx of derivative of which is going to be df of d by dx of x square, maybe you guys maybe remembered about that, isn't it? It is going to be 2x. But suddenly, if I ask you what is going to be derivative of which is going to be log x, maybe some of you may be remembered, some of you may not be have been remembered, right? Isn't it? So Yeah, what I'm talking about here is, which is going to be what we are going to be get talking. Yeah, it is 1 by x. Maybe if you have been recently completed your graduation, or recently you have been completed your education, those people will remember. But the guys like me who completed 20 years before may not be, because after that we came into the software, we never used the derivatives. And suddenly if I ask you what is the formulation of standard deviation actually, so maybe you may not be remembered what is the formulation of a standard deviation. At school level, we have been done. So they give the data set, we'll find out how the standard deviation will work. What is variance, what is median, what is mode, mean, mode, medians, we can remember it. But suddenly if I ask you what is standard deviation, may not be remembered the formulation actually. So what is my point of discussion here is, a statistician and a software professional. So if a software professional learns a little bit statistics, he need not to be an expert on that, but statistician plus software engineer. He is not an completely expert in statistics, guys. He is not an completely expert in software professional. He is a data scientist. He is a data scientist. So whenever a data scientist, let us say that a data scientist plus a data scientist is compared with a statistician. Statisticians are very good at statistics, but they are not good at computer skills. But data scientist, he may not be good at statistics, but compare with the statistician, he is good at which is going to be the whatever the software skills are going to be gets required. Same data scientist, he was better at he was better at computer skills compared with the statistician. Same data scientist, whenever he will compared with the software professional, he may not be that much expertise in the software, but he is having a better skill or better knowledge of statistics compared with the software professional. So a data scientist is nothing but a person who is going to be good at computer skills compared with a statistician, and who is better at statistics compared with a software professional. He is not a complete expert in that. But whenever I kept a competition between a data scientist and a statistician regarding some computer skills, he will win. And if I just have a competition between a data scientist and software professional in statistics, your data scientist will win. But if I keep a competition between a data scientist and a statistician for statistics, statistician will win. So statistician may be better at statistics, but a little bit poor at the, which is going to be at this particular, whatever the software skills are there. So a data scientist is a person who is better at statistics compared with the software professional, and who is better at computer skills compared with the statistician. So that is what my point of discussion here. Who is a data scientist? So person who is better at statistics than any software engineer, and better at software engineering than any other statisticians. So hope you understood the quick point, you have been understood about that. So not that much good at statistics compared with the statistician, and not that much proficient in computer skills compared with the software professional. So a combination of statistics knowledge and a computer skills makes you a real data scientist actually, guys. So if you want to become a data scientist, what are the main skills that are required actually, guys? Already I told you, some kind of an computing skills. Some kind of an computing skills, like some languages like Python, R, or even it may be some tools like Power BI, or it may be a Tableau, some etc, etc. Even Excel sheets or Excel also is going to be required, some etc, etc. Apart from that, a maths and statistical knowledge, like which is going to be some topics like linear algebra. And apart from that, we have to require some kind of an calculus, differentiation is going to be gets required. It's going to be differentiation is going to be required, etc, etc, guys. Not we are going to require. Apart from that, probability concept is going to be required. It's a probability. These are some of the skills are required. And domain expert. Domain expert means we know that like when you're working in a domain like insurance company, so which factors are more important to let us say that it is going to be to with the insurance policies. So that is going to be, so it's like a domain knowledge related to the domain. The banking people are there. So which to whenever we are giving a loan, which factors are most important? So they will decide it actually, because those people knows about that. So domain knowledge is not somebody has to teach. Whenever you work in a particular domain, you know what is meaning of a domain actually, guys. So if I'm working for an insurance company, I'll say that my domain is an insurance domain. So in which area you're working, that is going to be a kind of a domain expertise. So these are going to be some of the skills actually, guys. What exactly a modern data scientist is required. So as already told you, data science is one of the sexiest jobs in the 21st century. So which is requires a mixture of, it is going to be multidisciplinary fields ranging from a different types of intersection of mathematics, statistics, computer science, communication, and business. Finding a real data scientist is a little bit hard actually, guys. Finding a real data scientist is a hard. At the same time, finding a person who really knows who is a data scientist is also really equally hard. So just to give an idea like what exactly a data scientist is required. So don't think that if you want to become a data scientist, you have to require all these kind of skills. So once if you to enter into an enterprise or into a company, you need not to be really knowing about all the skills. So there are some specific areas are there which are important and which the companies are looking for. So I'll tell you those areas where you can go through them and you can understand them so that you can plan according to the planning. You have to prepare your resumes and all these things. We can do that. Like have a look at this one. As I already told you, some like Python programming languages like Python are okay. Some kind of an big data systems are going to be required. Some kind of a data visualization skills are going to be required, like which is going to be some data tools. We are going to be having some kind of an communication and visualization skills, like domain knowledge and some kind of a soft skills and mathematics and which is going to be statistics. So I told some of the concept of relational algebra is going to be required. Some kind of a probability theory is going to be gets required. All these are going to be some mathematics and statistics related concepts. So a combination of all these things, guys, maths and stats, and which is going to be some kind of an programming skills and database knowledge. Apart from that, some kind of an communication and visualization skills and domain knowledge. All these are going to be a really modern data scientist is required actually, guys. So let me explain one small practical example, guys, like what exactly the kind of applications we can do it. What kind of an applications we can do it actually, guys. So I want to tell you how the data science process is going to take place. So let us take a small example actually, guys. Let us take a small example. Let us say that a simple example actually, guys. A person, let us say this, guys, a person is experiencing, suddenly he has getting some chest pain. Let us say that he is a chest pain. So generally we know that whenever the person is experiencing some chest pain, so chances is that nowadays everybody has been got all this medical and everything knowledge. So chances is that it is an heart attack. It's an getting a chances of heart attack. But every chest pain is not an heart attack. So some people we know them, guys. Some people we know them. We have seen them also actually, guys. That means thinking that it is not an heart attack. Why I'll get a heart attack? This may be something I have been due to some kind of an the type of the food I have been taken earlier. Due to that, it's going to be something maybe a gastric problem or it's going to be some kind of a chest pain. So today I have done a lot of exercise. We have been experienced even after the COVID, the celebrities also we have been seen who has been sudden death has been got occurred also we have been seen about that. So let us say that, okay, so let us say that a person is experiencing a chest pain. So he don't want to go to a corporate level, a corporate doctor, a corporate hospitals. So generally, the detection is going to be the primary detection is whenever a person is getting a chest pain, even he go to a hospital, the first test is going to be done is going to be the ECG. It is going to be the ECG is going to be required actually, guys, which is some kind of a graph is going to be gets plotted like how the heartbeats are there, whether it is regular, irregular, it is going to be. So when I was experiencing heart attack, the heartbeats are going to be irregular. It's not either too high or too low, within not in the limits. Who can understand the ECG report? It's not a business reports to understand everybody. Only a specialist, a doctor, or it may be any medical expertise only, he can decode that particular ECG. So whether it is a chest pain or not a chest pain, he can decode it. So what the people are thinking nowadays is, why should I go to a doctor? Or what is the need of necessary? They will make all the tests. So we have been seen a lot of cases actually within your families also you maybe have seen. That's why what you can do, what now you can do here is, guys, if anybody is experiencing a chest pain, if anybody, so go to a nearest lab. The medical lab is going to be there. The diagnostic centers will be there. Nowadays, in every area we are having, except in remote areas, even for a small villages also, we are having a diagnostic centers are there. Go to the diagnostic center. take an ECG report. Now, what this ECG report can be done, you have to take this ECG report to some doctor and we have to do that. So what is nowadays is already developed actually. Now let us say that I want to develop an app. I want to develop one app. So if I upload this ECG to the app has to tell me whether it is going to be, so it has to immediately identify whether it is going to be a heart attack or whether it is going to be a normal normal ECG or whether it is an abnormal ECG. Hope you understood what is the requirement actually, guys. We can upload to the app. You need not to go to your doctor. You need not to consult any expertise. Just go to the app. So take the app, just download the app actually, guys. Nowadays, so many apps are there also, guys. If you open your mobile app, you can find out, you can search ECG decoders or ECG related. You can find number of hundreds of apps. But among that, which one is a genuine, which one is working correctly? So it simply says that, for example, you cannot depend on the app. You cannot trust them, isn't it? We cannot trust them actually, guys. So how much extent that app is working accurately? So it simply says that it is not a heart attack, but really the person is getting a heart attack. It costs the life of a person. So who developed the app? Nobody knows about that, isn't it? So let us say that I want to develop, one person want to develop an app. So that app has to tell whether this particular ECG is going to be a heart attack or not. How the app knows about that? How the app does not knows about that, isn't it? So how can it knows that whether it is a heart attack or whether it's a non-heart attacks actually? So that is where this data science is going to be, it is going to be came into that particular picture actually, guys. So what is the basic idea here is, first from the real world, first of all, we have to collect a lot of ECG reports. We have to collect first of all. First of all, we have to collect the ECG report from the real world. So how can you collect actually? Go to the hospitals, go to the diagnostic centers and collect all the patients' ECG reports. Collect all that particular patient's ECG reports, we have to collect it actually. Then after collecting the raw data is nothing but it is a kind of an ECG reports which is available in a format of images. ECG report is not available as a data. It is available in the image format, it was there. So do some process on that particular data, guys. So convert all that particular images into some raw formatted data and we can do it actually. Further, if it is cleaning is required, do the cleansing. Already shown you the process actually earlier. So collect your raw data from the real world, do some process, whatever the process, basic for process is required, and clean the data. And send this data to exploratory analysis, which is generally we call it as EDA, exploratory data analysis. If you didn't get any proper insights, if you didn't get any proper information, further send it back. So your data does not contain any information. So do some more process and send it to us. For example, if the data is going to be contain some information, so there is an EDA we have been done. So what is EDA actually? Which type of data is representing that heart attack and which type of a data is representing a non-heart attack actually. So there what we are going to be doing here is, guys, we are going to be developing some kind of an machine learning models with the help of some kind of an algorithms. With some kind of an algorithms, we are going to be doing some kind of a machine learning models actually. Here, the data was given to the machine actually, guys. Machine is going to studies the data. Machine is going to studies the data actually, guys. Okay, so machine learning is a part of your data science course only, as part of a data science. Machine learning is also one technique which we are going to use as part of our data science. So what is machine learning says it is, give the data to us. Give the data to us. If we directly give the images, machines can't study. We have to convert the images into data, some kind of a cleansing, some kind of an EDA, we have to do it. Once if you are satisfied with the data, yes, this data is containing all the information to understand, then give it to the machine. Machine is going to studies the data and machine is going to comes with some kind of an insights. It will tell you the insights, guys. It is going to tell you the insights actually. What is that particular insights? Insights are nothing but it will tell. So this type of insights or this type of graphs or this type of images is going to be relevant to which is going to be, we studied the data. So whenever this value is high, this is an heart attack. When this value is going to be low, then it is not an heart attack. So what we can do is, whatever the insights we have got, all these things I can communicate to make the decisions actually, guys. So based on that, we can take a decision. What decision we can do? Okay, the model says that, okay, it is going to be not an heart attack, so you can go home. If it is a heart attack, immediately rush to an hospital. Okay, so that is going to be gets converted into, which is going to be some kind of a data product, which is going to be, I'll be converting into some kind of a mobile app, and then I'm going to be releasing it to the real world actually. So if you can see, some kind of a cyclic process is going to be taking place actually, guys. It is going to be some kind of a cyclic process. So if you can see there, it is not like an end-to-end operation actually, guys. Generally, business applications are going to be end-to-end. There is a starting, there is an ending is there. But here it is not like that actually, guys. It's a cyclic process. Why? Because from the real world, we have been got collected the data. And after that, once you got the insights, again, we are converting that insights into a product, into a mobile application or something. And again, I'm going to give it to the real world only. So in real world, what they will be doing here is they will be giving some kind of an, everybody is going to be using that. So the idea here is, the guys, based on the past ECG reports, if you analyze that, we'll get some kind of an insights. Those insights only I'm going to be gets converting into, which is going to be the model actually here now. But who is going to study that insights? The machine is going to study the insights, guys. The machine is going to study the insights. We don't do anything, guys. Just feed the data to the machine. Machine is going to study, and it is going to comes with some kind of an insights. So these are going to be the data. So if this is the data like this is going to be so-and-so diagnosis. If this is the data, and this is going to be the so-and-so diagnosis actually, guys. So that is what the data science process is going to be talking about that. So just to quickly understand the workflow, the same thing, but just I represented in a different format actually, guys. So as I already told you, first we have to understand the problem definition. So first we have to understand the problem definition here, guys. First we have to understand, it's also cyclic process actually, guys. Every diagram is showing that it is a cyclic process actually. Then after that, what we have to do actually, guys, we have to identify, do some kind of a data collection and data preparation. So develop some kind of a machine learning models. So choose some kind of a right algorithm. There are going to be some models and algorithms are there. See first, models and algorithms are going to be there. Do some model deployment, and you have to monitor the performance improvement. So monitor the performance of the deployed model. Retrain it is going to be required. Monitoring, redeploying, all these are going to be some kind of a cyclic process. Okay, so this is a simple understanding about what is going to be a data science workflow. So this picture is going to make you understand like where exactly this particular data science is going to be used, guys. Nowadays, almost all it is going to be studying this kind of an application. Almost all this data science was there in our every daily life. We are using it actually, guys. Every daily life, it is going to be do it actually, guys. It is going to study the data. It is going to understand the patterns. It is going to understand the patterns. Actually, that application is not there, but I can tell you, guys. I can tell you an application. Let us take an just an example I'm telling about this, guys. For example, let us say that for example, every day I want to wake up in the morning. So what I did is, depending on my program, depending on my schedules, what happened here is on Monday and Tuesday, guys. Let us say that on Monday and Thursday, let us say that I have some client meetings. So let us say that I have to do some preparation. So I have to set an alarm. I set an alarm at 5 a.m. guys. Let us say that. So Tuesday, and which is going to be the Wednesday. Tuesday, and which is going to be the Wednesday. And Friday, let us say that I have been set the alarm at, let us say, at, for example, at 7 a.m. for example. And being it is Saturday and Sunday, let us say that it is going to be, there is no alarms are there. There is no alarms are there. So this is what I used to do that actually. So as nowadays, we have got a lot of options are there in the alarms. We have to set it actually, guys. We have to set it actually. So Monday and Thursday, you have to set an alarm, which is going to be set at 5 a.m. on Monday and Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, and 7 a.m. Don't set anything on the Saturdays and Sundays. So that is what manually we are setting up. But in coming future, now it was not there, but in coming future, what will happen is automatically, guys, according to your pattern. For example, let us say that, just an example. On that day, let us say that for a particular, let us say that on Tuesday, though that means though you have been set the alarm at 7 a.m. also, let us say that on the day you have been woken up at 5 a.m. Let us say that for some reason you have been woken up at 5 a.m. You didn't set any alarm, but you have taken the 5 a.m. because mobiles nowadays, they knows about us. When you are wake up, when you are sleeping, everything our mobile knows about that, isn't it? Our smart watches, everything they are knowing about that. They will keep on tracking on the sleep. So when you are sleeping, it will capture the heart rate as well as whether you are moving or not. So it's going to be like how the sensors will be there. So whether you are moving or not. If you are moving that, if you're not moving at all, the sensors will identify that. So he's not moving. So automatically he was in the sleep mode actually. So let us say that due to some reason you have been waken up at 5 a.m. and you have done some work. Let us say that, but you have been set an alarm at 7 a.m. Automatically, maybe after 1 week of time, your mobile will identify that you are every day waking at 5 a.m. Automatically at 5 a.m. it will set an alarm automatically. Set an alarm automatically at 5 a.m. actually. This is nothing but internally the data is getting generated. Your mobile or your machine is studying the pattern. It is studying the pattern actually. So what pattern we are following, it will identify the pattern also. Even not only that, whether you observed or not, the latest computers actually, guys, what they will do is, let us say that it is going to be, let us say that we are going to be keep it into a sleep mode. Let us say that. Yes, absolutely. The technology is there actually, guys. What generally we'll do is night, for example, at 10 a.m., 10 p.m., I have been closed my machine. I didn't shut down. It has been set into sleep mode. Let us say that. Or at 10 p.m. you are shutting down actually, guys. Okay. Let us say that next day morning, every day at 7 a.m. again you are opening the computer and you are making the particular machine to log on actually, guys. You are starting the machine actually. So it will identify the pattern. Automatically will identify the pattern. At 10 p.m. he is shutting down. At 7 a.m. he is going to be starting up. So every day when you open it, then only the machine will start, then only it will log in, it will take some time. That's why what it will do is it will identify that. Maybe 5 minutes before only the machine automatically starts by itself. The machine automatically starts by itself actually, guys. It will identify the pattern. So the machines are reading the data. Capturing the data is very easy, but the machines are identifying the patterns behind the data and it is going to coming to insight. So every day this person is waking up at 7 a.m. He is opening the system at 7 a.m. Why should I wait for him? Let us start it 5 minutes before. Let us say that in the case after 15 minutes, if it didn't open, if it didn't logged in, again go for shutdown. It is shutting down the machines actually, guys. Isn't it? So nowadays all the computers has been, all the latest laptops has been AI enabled only, guys. What is AI enabled means? This kind of a tracking will be taken place. Automatically it will give you the suggestions. Automatically it will take the decisions automatically by itself. So all computers are coming with the AI based systems only. There are coming it actually. Hope you understood. What do you mean to say about a data science? What we are expecting? So it is a completely real-time analytics, guys. It is a completely real-time analytics. It is not like somebody is going to do some hard coding. Somebody will write a program. Nobody is not writing a program, guys. Everything is going to be dynamically. It studies the data, whatever the pattern, a real-time analytics is going on. At this instant of time, whatever the current status only it will take, and it is going to analyze the data, not 1 year before or not 2 years before. So how a customer purchases are there, latest in this month, how the purchases are there. Currently, what is the status? Depending on that only, all this real-time analytics is going on. That is what exactly this particular data science is doing, guys. So quickly understanding the data and getting some kind of an insights. Yes, every day he is going to be starting at 7 a.m. So based on that, I'm going to take some kind of an actions. What actions I can take? I can start the machine. I can schedule the machine to start automatically at the 5 minutes before only the machine has to start automatically. So something like that. These are going to be some of the things which we can talk about in our real life. We don't know that there is a data science behind that. We don't know there is going to be an AI behind that. But something happening automatically without our intention or without any your interpretation, everything is going to be gets done automatically. So that is going to be what we are going to be doing that. So same as it is, like for example, let us talk about some kind of an education. So like there are going to be all these are there, no guys, like Edurika, Simply Learn, all these things. So depending on how much expertise you are, so there are going to be gives you the recommendations, isn't it? So it is going to be some kind of a recommendations, even not only in education actually, guys, gaming. In gaming applications actually, guys, we are playing some gaming actually, guys. For example, if it identifies that the person is a beginner, so it understands automatically the pattern. So how much frequently you are failing, or how much frequently you are going to be getting caught in that particular game. So depending on that, automatically the level, automatically it will increases. It's a real analytics at that instant of time. We don't choose. Earlier, we used to choose what is your expertise in gaming. For example, if you want to select the option, whether you are a beginner or whether it is a medium or whether it is an advanced. We used to select the option. Now it is not required. Automatically, based on the skill you are playing, automatically it will identify the pattern and it will say that he is not a beginner, he is a medium. So increase the level, increase more and make it a little bit hard, like something like a chess games. Okay, AlphaGo. So these are going to be some of the challenges actually, guys. So in chess, for example, depending on my skill, automatically the difficulty level automatically gets increases. How it knows that? So it is a completely intelligent, it's an AI based system. It will identify my pattern. So how my patterns are going on. So whether as a beginner I'm working or whether I'm playing as a beginner or an advanced, depending on that, automatically it will it will increase the difficulty of that particular gaming application. So everywhere this data science was there actually, guys. So quickly to make you understand, these are the different areas where we can see it actually, guys. Almost all everywhere actually, guys. Mainly in healthcare, which is going to be some kind of an disease identification. Just now I told you one example. Disease identification, who are at the risk, who are previously, when you go to a clinical, like a clinical test, they'll give the data, but now the data is going to be fed into some machine. It will tell you some recommendations saying that, okay, you are having this much level of so and so. In future, you're getting a chance of getting an heart attack in the future. So change your healthcare. So nowadays, the healthcare companies, even the insurance companies are also came into the healthcare actually. They will give the healthcare recommendations also. Because we know that if the person goes into hospitalization, insurance companies has to pay a lot of money to them. That's why the insurance company itself is recommending some kind of an health plans, some kind of an medical care they are giving. So you are having a high risk here, so take care. So you are kept in a plan, take this kind of a diet, they could do every day this kind of an exercises, something like that. Some kind of an healthcare plans are going to be getting recommendations. Almost all everywhere actually, guys, mainly in the financial services, risk analytics is going to be there. So kind of the retail and all these things, predictive inventory planning actually. So it is completely like last year this much inventory is required, so this year also this much inventory is required. No, it is completely real-time analytics. So at this instant of time, how the sales was there, based on that only the predictions are going to be taking place. Even some kind of an energy which is going to be feedstock utilities, so like how the power usage analytics are going on. Okay, customer specific pricing is going to be taking place. So energy demand and supply optimizations, all these are going to be comes under some other area actually, yes. Like that, everywhere this was there. Even in education system also we have been got actually, yes, learning, which is going to be what we can say that it's a kind of a learning actually, yes. So all these things, guys, the Durga, Simply Learn, they uses this kind of analytics only. Which courses need to be recommended for which kind of a person. So depending on his learning capability, whatever the previous learnings he has been gotten, we'll get a lot of recommendations will come. So this is what are the different areas of what is going to be the machine learning across the various industries, guys. Okay. So actually the next thing is going to be what are the different technologies are there, guys. So quickly, actually we planned for 40-45 minutes, but it was a little bit more. But quickly, guys, I'll go through the scripts. I'll go to the slides. Like what are the different technologies we are going to use? Like a big data systems. Why to handle the big data systems means handling large volumes of data. So you want to analyze the large volumes of data. First of all, we have to know how to handle it actually, guys. So if somebody given a terabyte, 1 terabyte of a storage, and ask you to do the analytics. My system is having 512 GB SSD hard disk. My system is only 512 GB. Somebody has given 1 TB file and asked me to do the analytics. I know how to do the analytics, but how can I store that 512, the 1 TB system, 1 TB file into my 5 TB, 512 TB system actually, guys. So there the big data systems will come. So we can have some kind of a big data systems to handle that kind of a large volumes of data. So what is a big data, guys? The data is very large, such a way that my existing systems cannot handle. Those are what we call it as a big data systems. So like we have a different type of big data systems are there, guys. Just like quickly. So big data is a term generally we use for data sets which are very large or very complex, that traditional data sources, the data processing applications is inadequate or which is insufficient to deal with them actually, guys. Apache Hadoop, Microsoft HD Insights, Apache Spark, Apache Hive, Presto from Facebook, and many more are there, guys. Data cleaning, you know what is meaning of cleaning actually, guys. A lot of inaccurate data may be there, inconsistent data, inaccurate data, some kind of corrupted data will come, identifying them, replacing them, cleaning them, all these are going to be comes under those operations actually, guys. So you can see some tools like cleaning, what we can do that, which is going to be Microsoft Excel, which is going to be Analytics Canvas, okay, and we are having Ebony Show, Talent, WinPure. All these are going to be some of the ones, some what we are going to be having it actually, guys. Okay, so these are going to be some kind of a data cleaning techniques actually, guys. So this is how the data cleaning we can say that. Okay, even I have a skill called as a web scraping. It's a very interesting topic actually, guys. Like getting the data from the websites. Like I want to get the tweets and I want to do that. How to get the data from the Twitter? So it is a kind of an what we can call it as a web scraping techniques actually, guys. So we have a different types of web scraping techniques are there. You can check it out actually, guys. Import.io, webhost.io, dexy.io. It has been changed now. Dexy has been changed now. It is going to be Dexy. The name has been changed. I think Webhouse, not Dexy. Webhouse has been got changed. Webzy, I think now. Okay, Visual Scrapper and many more are going to be there actually, guys. This is what we can call it as web scraping. So from the websites, we'll get the data and we'll store it into our local system in the format of Excel sheets or MySQL databases, etc. We are going to be storing this. And some kind of a data visualization technologies, converting all the data into some kind of a visual format. They are nothing but what we call it as data visualization skills. Tableau, ClickView, Power BI, Excel, R, Python, Google Charts, many more are there. These are some kind of a data visualizations. And mainly there is a main important concept in data sciences, guys, machine learning. So what is machine learning, guys? I already given hint. Machine learning is nothing but a skill or a technique we are going to be using where the machines are going to be trained to learn from the data actually. So this machine learning was started in the year 1959 actually, guys. So it was not that much, it has been got implementation during that time. It has been started by a person called as an Arthur Samuel. He was an employee in IBM in 1959. He started doing the research on the machine learning. According to him, he says that we are giving the ability to the machines to learn without explicit coding. That is what we are going to call it as a machine learning concept actually. Okay, so these are all the machine learning technologies, guys, like R, Python, TensorFlow, Vika, SAS Enterprise Manager, and even Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Cloud APIs. All these are going to be some of the technologies, guys. So this is what simply I can say machine learning. Normally in a traditional programming language, data was given and program is given to the computer. Computer run the program with the given data, gives the output. In machine learning, you give the data, you give me what is an output expected. The machine is going to write the program for you. The machine is going to write the program for you actually, guys. That is what we are going to be calling it as a machine learning. So if you can see, this is just a quick understanding about how over the time period, how the performance improvement has been taken place. Machines has been replaced by humans has been replaced by the machines. This is accuracy. Over the time period, accuracy has been increased. 40% initially, 50%, 70, 85, 90, it has been got improved. The machine has completely replaced it actually, guys. Okay, so this is going to be about some kind of a machine learning. So actually my training mainly includes all these things, guys. These are my training. This one, maths and statistical concepts are required, whatever that is required. Project based on the interested domain, resume preparation, help, FAQs for interviews, and completely it is an hands-on actually, guys. It is completely hands-on, guys. It is not like even I don't write the code first and I just share the code like this. Every day it is going to be a new code. I'll open a new file, I'll write the code actually, guys. It's not like previously I've seen something like somebody will write the code, they'll explain the code what they have been written there. My classes are not like that, guys. Expert the conceptual wise in depth we are going to learn about all the things. So conceptual wise you need not to worry about that. Only thing is, being it is a live instructor based classes, it will take a little bit time, guys. 4 to 5 months is a total time that you have to allocate. More than 5 months only you have to do that actually, guys. So that is what I can say about this particular one. So that's it, guys. I just don't want to take more time. That today is a Sunday. You will be having a various different plans will be there. So I just winding up my session for today actually, guys. And we are starting a new batch. I think already you have been got the information. So we are starting a new batch at 6 p.m. IST, guys, from tomorrow onwards, which is going to be on the tomorrow onwards, which we are going to be starting, which is on the 29th of the May, which at 6 p.m. IST Indian Standard Time. We are starting a new batch, guys. If you're interested to take up the course, you can register for the course and you can join for the demo classes there, where I'm going to give you a little bit more and more introduction about the data science. And after that, if you're satisfied with the lectures or if you're satisfied with our course curriculum, and if you're interested to take the course first of all, then you can go for the registration and you can continue your regular classes, guys. Okay, so this is from my side, guys. If you have any questions, I can give you 5-10 minutes, guys. So I don't have a problem. So if you have any questions, you can just unmute yourself and you can speak, guys, if you have any questions.
Yeah, for Monday, I could see there is one class at 6 p.m. So
Yeah.
will it be the same class what we are doing today?
No. It is just this session is going to be like it's a workshop. I'll be talking about a little bit more technical, like what is machine learning. It's an almost all same, but a little bit in detail, like what is machine learning, what are the different skills we require. Those things we are going to be doing in the tomorrow's class, actually.
Okay, and for this class, how long will it take? Like you're saying
5
4 or
months.
5?
5 months.
Okay, and the timing will be?
6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m.
Okay, actually, I'm moving in next 2 months, like in the
Okay.
month of August. So can I attend this session from USA? Is this possible?
Yeah, you can connect. It's a pure online. You can connect from anywhere.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, it's a pure online session, no? So you can connect from anywhere. There is no restriction like you have to connect from only from the registered time zone only. There is nothing restriction. You can move anywhere and you can connect. Right? Okay. Fine. Anyone, guys? Any more questions if you have? Okay, so thank you all of you guys for just giving us time on Sunday, specifically on time Sunday, because I know how hard it is going to be on Sunday. It will be. Everyone will have their own programs and they'll be having everything because weekends only is a time. So thanks for your time for attending this session, guys. Tomorrow you have a 6 p.m. batch. A new batch is going to be starting. If you are really interested to take up the course, you can register and you can join the course tomorrow at 6 p.m. IST, guys. Okay. If you have any questions, you can feel free to contact the DURGASOFT. My backend team will be there. You can contact them and you can get some many clarifications. And even I also give my contact number in the tomorrow's class. If you have any questions, you can feel free to discuss with me also, guys. Okay. Thank you all of you guys for attending the session one more time. And I hope you see you tomorrow in the 6 p.m. batch, guys. Thank you all of you guys. Have a nice day.